Hello and welcome. My name is Mariela Osario. I am the Career and Small Business Services Assistant at the Long Branch Public Library. And today I would like to share with you a very simple computer class entitled Computer Basics Getting Started. And in today's class, you will learn the basics of using a computer and the functions of using a mouse. And no computer experience is required. By the end of the class, you will be able to identify the basic parts of a computer. You will better understand the difference between hardware and software. You will learn to minimize, maximize, restore, and close windows. And you will use your mouse more confidently. Now, the computer is composed of two main components, which is the hardware and the software. The hardware is the computer machinery, the stuff you can actually touch, for example, the keyboard or the mouse, your monitor or the printer. The software programs tell the computer what to do, and it is stuff that you cannot touch, for example, Microsoft Word or Excel, Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. Now, one important aspect of the computer is the operating system. And the operating system is like the foundational software needed for everything else in the computer to function properly. So Windows or Mac operating system and Linux, among others, provide a way for us to communicate with the computer. It allows us to save files, helps us use the mouse and the keyboard, and all of these are basic operations of the computer. Now here we have the desktop, and the desktop is what you will see when the computer first starts. This is your home base for opening programs and finding files. It includes icons, so if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, these are icons or screen symbols for a program or tool found on your desktop. Consider it like little keys that open up different programs or places on your computer. These programs, also known as applications, are built to perform a specific task, like write documents or make a spreadsheet, and they live within the operating system. If we look down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you will see the Start or Menu button. And this is where you would go if you cannot find any of the programs that you want that may be on your desktop. Now here on the bottom, you will also find the taskbar. And the taskbar shows us all of the programs we have open and allows us to switch between them. So for instance, here you see that I have Microsoft Word. This is my file folder. This is where I could find all of my documents. This is my email. Here we have Google Chrome. Now, if we look here on the right-hand side of the screen, or the desktop, at the very bottom, this is your notification area. By clicking on this box, it will tell me what programs may be running in the background, as well as any important messages about any computer updates. The system tray also shows the time and the date and the speaker icon. Knowing how to use a mouse is really important for navigating on the computer. When you move your mouse, you will see the arrow or cursor moves with it. Notice the speed at which the cursor moves. If you reach the end of the desk or you run into the keyboard, you can easily pick up the mouse and relocate it on your desk without compromising the location of the cursor on the screen. Hovering is when the mouse cursor is resting on top of an item. In many programs, you can hover over an item and a small label or screen tip will appear that gives a short explanation of that item. So for instance, right now I am hovering over Google Chrome. You see how a little square pops up. Here on the right-hand corner, I can hover over my PDF file or a Word document that I have, or any other program that may be on my desktop. Now, when clicking with your mouse, you can either left click or right click. The left mouse button is the action button, the one you will use the most. You will use it for selecting, opening programs, pushing buttons, and many other tasks. The right mouse button is the option button. When you click something with it, it will give you a menu of things you can do with it. So for example, if I right-click on my mouse, this is what I get. I can view, I can sort, I can refresh. It gives me different options. The pointer is the arrow on the screen that moves when you move the mouse. Now, this can take different shapes. Here we see the arrow, the regular shape of the pointer. By double-clicking on a Word document, the pointer, if you look at it closely, looks like an I-bar, and this indicates that the pointer is on top of the text or a box where you can enter text. Now, at times, the pointer might turn into the shape of a hand, and this indicates that the pointer is on top of a link. Sometimes you will see the pointer look like a loading wheel, and this means that the computer is processing instructions. Now we're going to go over window control. The operating system we are using is called Windows for a reason. Programs are shown in different windows, which are the visual representations of programs. Every window, such as this one, will have the same 3 buttons in the top right-hand corner. So if you follow my cursor, we have the minimize button, which reduces a window to an icon in the taskbar, such as this. Next, we have the maximize and restore buttons, and this button changes depending on the size of your window. So for instance, right now, it's in restore. I double-clicked on my document, and it restores or returns the window to, if I click on the box, it maximizes, and if I click it again, it restores the window to a smaller size. And then finally, we have the X button, and that basically just closes or exits the program. Why don't we go over that one more time? So, closing windows. The system buttons let us control some aspects of the window, like closing the program or adjusting how it's displayed on the screen. First, I'll open up an internet browser by double-clicking. Close the browser by clicking the X in the top right corner. When we close the window like this, you will have to reopen the program from scratch, and you will lose any unsaved information. Now, open up an internet browser again. When we minimize a window, the browser is not closed or gone. Instead, it's located in the taskbar. Here, I'm going to minimize my window. And if I look here at the bottom, I can always double-click on Google Chrome, and it will restore. The taskbar puts the window out of sight, but holds it for us when we're ready to open it again. It saves our spot for us, and this can be useful for multitasking and navigating between programs. I'll show that to you one more time. Let's click on the maximize or restore button, which looks like 2 little windows. The restore button will resize the window by either maximizing the screen or reducing the size of the window for more fine-tuned manipulation. Again, I will click on it, maximizes, and it restores. Now we're going to discuss scrolling. Sometimes not all of the information on a page can be displayed within the dimensions of your screen, and scrolling allows you to see information that isn't currently displayed on that screen. Here are a few ways to scroll. Here you see my internet browser open to our Long Branch Free Public Library website. On the right-hand side, this is your scroll bar, and there are a couple of ways you can scroll. You can click on the left button of your mouse and drag it down, and this will take you to any place within the page that you are interested in. Or you see the little triangular icon up here and here on the bottom. You can just, by left clicking on your mouse, you can slowly scroll down this way. Now, typically, bars are used to scroll on the right side of a window, here, like so. But they can also appear at the very bottom as well. So here, I'm going to scroll from left to right. Directional arrows on the keyboard can also be used to scroll as well by clicking on the up or down arrows at the top and bottom of the scroll bar, like I showed you before. Now, one more thing. Remember before I was discussing the different types of pointers of the mouse? Well, here we have the pointing hand. And the pointing hand means that we're resting on a link. Links are clickable and can look like words or pictures. Here are some words. If I click here, the pointing hand means that we can click to be taken to another page of information related to the link we are clicking on. And there you have it. This concludes our first basic computer class in the series. Now, this lesson does not cover specifics of using the internet. For more tech and computer classes, please visit our website at longbranchlib.org. Thank you, and hope to see you again.